Hello. So today I'm going to help you in creating a Google site. This is a new option. You go to your email from the district portal and you will click on Google Sites. This will take you to a theme template gallery where you can choose your own theme or create your own. Now, there are not many options on the themes as of right now because they want to leave it pretty open to you to design. But you will see that there is a theme for class and a theme for student portfolios if that is something you're interested in. Now, they also have other ones like a project or a team, etc. For our case, I'm going to go ahead and actually start with a blank. The purpose of Google Sites is simple. It is meant to be a website that you have free access to. It is not a very complicated system. It's actually pretty user-friendly. Once you start with a blank template, you will see it says your page title. You'll have the opportunity to change your image and the header type. And you can enter the site name that you want to call this website. On your right-hand side, you will find all the sources that you need to create this website pretty seamlessly. Because it is linked to your Google Drive, it will allow you to embed things from that drive. You will be able to also embed images from the drive and or from your computer. The layouts allow you to choose a very simple and organized fashion of what your website should look like. You're able to add them and delete them. When you add, let's say I pick here, on the left-hand side, you will see that you have section background choice, duplicate the section, or delete the section. So if you, for whatever reason, make a mistake, feel free to delete and start again. So I'm going to delete for this moment. You will see now under that section of layouts all the other options you have to you. Don't get overwhelmed. It is not that difficult. As long as you keep to your information that you have readily at hand, you can make a very decent looking website that is helpful for your students and for your parents. Now, in doing this, you have access to Google Docs, slides, sheets, forms, and charts. But you can also embed a calendar. You can embed YouTube. You can embed other things of contents such as quizzes and tests from your Google Classroom. So think of this as your extension to Google Classrooms. So let's begin very simply by going and looking at some themes. So as of right now, they have the simple layout, Aristotle, Diplomat, Vision, Level, and Impression. As you can see under each of these, you will find colors that allow you to change the color and allow you to change the font style. So if you choose, you can go with classic, with light, or heavy. Up to you. I'm going to go ahead and go with the classic style. And I like the Diplomat, but perhaps I would like a color that's a little lighter than these dark hues. So by clicking on the color, I can actually alter what I want. But first you have to scroll over the colors. So I'm going to go ahead and go for a purple hue. But a brighter one would be nice. maybe pastel. Unlike this one, it's not giving me the choices I want. So I'm going to change it. I will go with the simple. And I'll go with the classic. All right, now that that's done, let's go ahead and edit our title. I'm going to go ahead and add Miss Azua's PD website. And this will be for my professional development. I can change the image if I don't really like the background too much, which I might in the future. Header type. I can decide whether I want it to be a cover, large banner, or only the title. Let's see some options. Title only, a little plain. Large banner, semi-okay banner. Cover, I think I'm going to go back with the normal. Let me go ahead and enter a site name. So I'm going to go ahead and say Azua PD. Let me see if I can add a logo. I can select a logo, so I'm curious what that looks like. Oh, it goes straight into my images. Great. So I could add Congress Middle School as one of my images. Let's see how that looks. Ooh, very nice. You can put text underneath for people who might have trouble seeing the content. So I'll put Congress Middle School Cougars. I could go with red or blue, apparently. I'll leave that alone. All right, so that's done. I exit out. Going back there. Alrighty, so now that I've done that, I will go ahead and insert a layout. I'm going to go ahead and insert this one. So very quickly I can embed photos from my drive. And since I currently created your professional development, I'm going to go ahead and embed that. So going to today's file. So my file for this year. And this is the PowerPoint. I shall insert here Google Sites, using Google Sites to make our buckets strong PD. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and add the calendar. It allows me to add calendars directly from my classroom. Since I have not created a classroom for PD just yet, I'm going to change that. I'm going to go ahead and do another thing. From my drive, once again, I will go ahead and embed today's agenda. Agenda for PD on 12 and I'm going to go ahead and once more from my drive embed on this occurrence the parent and student tutorial website by the district. Created by Palm Beach School Districts, or the School District of Palm Beach County. I'll go over here and say this is created by Mrs. Zuma. Now, hopefully you've noticed that within less than a few minutes, I've been able to create a rather beautiful layout for just the PD website. And I could go into so much more. But the easiest way is to add your layouts and then modify them. So I like this visual one. Let's see what I can do with that. I have a resource that I really want to use. I have it both as an image and as a website. I'm going to go ahead and download it as an image though. So up here you will see the images, Google Drive, URL, Google Image Search, and Photos. I currently have these photos and from my Google Drive. Let's see. I'm going to have to get it by the URL. So, cut and paste from whatever image URL you're trying to acquire, and now the image can be inserted. This is a wonderful image because it allows me to know and have readily at hand the best practices for teaching online. I'm going to go ahead and find another image. Or this time, I can go and look for something on YouTube. So beforehand, you could have gone to YouTube and chosen something. Best teaching online tools for Google Classroom. And you can choose one. Now, a lot of people have actually been working on Bitmoji. And there's plenty of Bitmoji classroom tutorials right now. So, for the sake of this, I'm going to go ahead and pick the first one.
Do you want to learn to draw professional and impressive?
So in order to choose this, you can go to the top, copy and paste onto the other document, or you can also go under where it says show more and go and copy from there if they have it in the show more section. If not, you can also go to where it says share and it has a button that allows you to copy. So there's many ways to acquire something from YouTube. But when you come back here, you just have to put it there. It will find it and select. Now let's say I didn't have that. I could have searched Bitmoji classroom tutorial and it would have given me options. So it's just like a normal search bar. What else could I add? Everybody needs to fill out the journal reflection, so I'll go ahead and add that. Just have to go back into my folder and search for my journal reflection. There it is. The one I want everyone to have access to. So I'm going to go ahead and insert that. So now my teachers and faculty can easily acquire today's agenda, what the website presentation looks like, some of the resources from the district, a picture that helps me better understand what my class is about today, a tutorial from YouTube, and even my journal reflection that needs to be turned in. So as you can see very quickly, I have finished a nice and suitable website for my liking. I'm sure I'll come back and add more, but there's many options for you to choose from, as you can tell. And then later on, you can start creating pages, which will cause tabs to form. So I'll do one page creation. Let's call it PD for summer training, since I did some trainings in the summer. So it now has a completely different tab just for that. The first one is my main, and then this one is now my new subject. So for example, if you dislike it, you can delete, you can hide it, you can add subpages, you can change the properties, or you could even change it to the home page. So you have many options of how to add tabs. In a normal classroom, you might want to add tabs by class periods, or you could add tabs based off of topics and just create one per unit. So you could really do many options. It's up to you. You're having limitless opportunities to create fascinating websites. And then when you're done, you can preview it. Do I like what I see? I think it's suitable. Absolutely. So I X out, which takes me back, and then I publish. So my website address will actually be sitesgoogle.com/Palm Beach Schools.org/Azua PD. Anyone at the school district of Palm Beach County could view my site. But I can also change that by clicking Manage, under Links, Change. I want this to be public. I don't want it restricted. So I went to Links, and I can change it. If I want it restricted, if I want only school district of Palm Beach County employees to be able to see this, or if I want it to be public. Click Done. You can even limit where it is searched upon, or you can see where it is found. So for right now, I'm going to go ahead and click Publish. Now I have officially published a website through Google Sites. I can go back and review for changes using my published settings. I can see the View Published site, or I can unpublish. I want to see what it looks like. Beautiful. This here is what I'll use to display my site. So what I would do for my students, if I was in the classroom, and I'll go back like one of my classrooms, I'll go back to the stream, and I have the option where I can share it and post it as something on my stream, or I could add it as a link, and it would have the button at the bottom. I prefer that, But I always also put it at the top just in case, because it is pretty useful if somebody for some reason is not able to see that link. They can at least cut and paste. And then I would click post. So now my resource hub has a link to my PD website.